Hi, Michael Buffer here, and let's get ready for Stat Sports.
Back here on Stat Sports. Now I'm hoping that this interview with my next guest is going to be awesome, baby. Now if that wasn't enough of a hint for you, it is a pleasure to have the one and only Dickie V, Dick Vitale, here with us on Stat Sports. ESPN's longtime college basketball analyst. And Dick, you are a very busy man. You have your new book, Dick Vitale's Mountain Rushmore of College Basketball, with all sales proceeds being donated to the V Foundation for Cancer Research, and you're fresh off your 14th annual foundation gala, raising over $14 million for pediatric cancer research. Amazing work there. Thank you so much for the time, Dick. How are you?
I appreciate so much you giving me the opportunity.
Dick, your new book is Dick Vitale's Mountain Rushmore of College Basketball. What was the motivation to write the book?
Well, you know, I completed right now 40 years at ESPN. So with 40 years, I just was sitting around with a bunch of guys, we're talking, who were the best, who were the best players, the best coaches. And I thought, hey, it'd be a great idea to put that into a book and have some fun, and then most of all, to make some money for pediatric cancer with the V Foundation, because every dollar that I would make from the sale of the book, Rob, is going to the V Foundation for kids battling cancer. So anybody would like to get an autographed copy, they just can go to DickVitaleOnline.com. DickVitaleOnline.com, and they can get an autographed copy. I will get that out to them as soon as possible.
You gotta love that. And Dick, in the process of making this book, it's the Mountain Rushmore, so you can only pick 4 names, and you've been around college basketball for over 40 years. Just what was that process like, narrowing it down to just 4 names?
Well, you know, we did different categories. The one category, to me, was easy, and that was the 4 best coaches. I think 3 guys nobody could argue with. You know, I get a lot of people on Twitter at Dickie V that say, what about John Wooden? How come he's not there? Or Adolph Rupp? Well, first of all, that was before my 40 years. This only relates to the years that I work at ESPN. I started there on December 5, 1979, and I've taken and encompassed those 40 years. And 3, I think, are easy. I think it's easy. Mike Krzyzewski. I mean, how do you not have him with all what he's achieved? You then go with Mike Krzyzewski. What about his mentor, Robert Montgomery Knight, who was the winningest coach of all time until Mike broke his record? And then you think about Dean Smith, all his innovative things he did over the years at North Carolina. And then the 4th one was kind of tough. We battled. There are a lot of names. You could have Jim Calhoun up there. You certainly could have talked about Tom Izzo, and well, you could talk about John Calipari. But we went with Roy Williams. And the reason a difference maker was Roy averaged 25 wins a year. People don't realize that. The 15 years over at Kansas, in addition to winning 3 national championships at North Carolina. So we're going with Roy Williams. It's interesting. We got Roy Williams, a pupil, the mentor, Dean Smith. We have Mike Krzyzewski, the pupil, and the mentor, Robert Montgomery Knight. So that was pretty easy. Now, the other categories, the 4 best players, the 4 best point guards, the 4 best scorers, the 4 best rebounders, that was tough. And there's a lot of guys that could have been in there.
The legendary Dick Vitale here with us on Stat Sports. And Dick, you mentioned your book and all the sales proceeds being donated to the V Foundation for Cancer Research. You also are fresh off your 14th annual foundation gala, raising over $14 million for pediatric cancer research. Amazing work there. Just what does your foundation and the gala mean to you?
Well, you know, the gala is so important to me because to me there's nothing worse than seeing a mom and dad watch their child do chemo, radiation. Just yesterday I was with a youngster who was told at age 2 and 3 that he would never, ever walk, never, ever talk, and most likely will not make it in a few years. He had neuroblastoma. Well, if you've seen Jake now, I put him up on Twitter yesterday. I put a picture with Jake and I talked about how research works because Jake today is playing college baseball. Jake today is 1 year away from graduating college, and he's a terrific kid, and he can't do enough to raise money. So dollars do work. The problem is there's not enough dollars in research. Now, we've been blessed at my gala, I'm very proud of, that we've raised so far over $29 million. We're approaching $30 million for kids battling cancer. And to me, I just recently got the highest honor you could ever get in broadcasting, really, the Emmy for Lifetime Achievement, and joining the likes of Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson and Vince Scully and Kurt Gowdy and John Madden. And it blew me away because I don't feel I belong with those guys, but I'm not going to run that they wanted to give it to me. But as important and as really memorable that kind of an event is in the Hall of Fame, nothing brings me more joy than being able to bring a smile to a mom and dad's face and to raise money for kids battling cancer. We need help. And anybody out there wants to join, you can get my book. Every dollar's going to it. Or you can make a donation right on my website, DickVitaleOnline.com, and it all goes for kids battling cancer through the V Foundation.
Amazing work there. Dick Vitale here with us on Stat Sports. Now, Dick, we're so close to the 2019 NBA draft, and Zion Williamson is all the talk. He's a transcendent talent, and as you would call him, he's a diaper dandy. And barring something crazy, he will be the number one pick. Dick, just what does Zion Williamson bring to the NBA?
He brings explosiveness. You can't teach his bounce off the floor. He's got incredible speed with the ball for his size, his agility, mobility, and he's got a mental toughness. And there's something about him you just love when you're around him. Teammates are going to love playing with him. He's very unselfish. He's all about winning. And he's all about doing whatever he can to help his team get that W. And I think that the Pelicans are going to make out great getting him. And then there's two other players that are really going to be special. John Morant, who was at my gala, and just a great young kid. He's going to be a terrific player going with the Grizzlies. And obviously the Knicks will take R.J. Barrett, who skill-wise might be better than all of them. They'll go top three. Now, a separation. There's a separation. After you have the top three, it's really, you can take a guy at 4 or 5 and get maybe the same kind of player at about 12 or 15, because there's not really much of a difference in those guys. They're all good players when you think about Garland, and you think about Culver, and different guys, P.J. Washington, Kentucky, but there's a separation with the top three. Those three guys are going to be, I think, instant impact players.
The one and only Dick Vitale. Dickie V, thank you so much for the time. Your new book, Dick Vitale's Mount Rushmore of College Basketball. Always a pleasure, Dickie V.
Well, we really need a lot of help, though, for kids, so I appreciate so much you giving me the opportunity. But please get my book, people. I will autograph it personally to you. Just go to DickVitaleOnline.com, and you'll be helping us raise money to help kids. You never know. It might come back in where you need it for someone you love. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Dickie V. Means a lot. Really appreciate it.